What is the one city you visited outside your home country that you will never visit again? Ciudad Juarez. My mum was born there, and we'd go every summer until 2006 when my great-grandma died. Contrary to what the news might tell you, America is not more dangerous than Mexico. It was the last time I remember feeling scared, aside seeing guys walk around with a machete and seeing two dead bodies in the street as we were driving to my great-grandma's. It's just gotten worse. Guadalajara. Parents had retired to a gringo area 45 minutes away. They've moved back to Canada now, so I doubt I'll ever visit Guadalajara again. The Guadalajara Zoo has a nice cable ride above the various compounds with an absolutely fantastic view where the tram turns 180 degrees that I wasn't ready for with my camera. Chernobyl and Pripyat, Ukraine. There in 2010, and I would gladly go back another time. But let's say it's a bit out of the way for me, and the way things are going in Ukraine and even Belarus. Best to stay away from that hot spot. Holyhead, Wales. I didn't even mean to go there. I missed my flight from Dublin to London and took a ferry to Holyhead and hung out there a while until I could get a train to London. I have no reason to go to Wales otherwise. Dealey, Timor-Leste. Nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly nice. But there's also not that much to see and do, and considering how remote it is, how expensive it is to get to, I can't see any good reason to go a second time. Baku, Azerbaijan. My first impression was extreme harassment at that airport, which was obviously off-putting. The city itself was fascinating, but I don't want to experience the harassment again. Ashgabat. Near impossible logistics of getting there aside. Seeing all that opulent wealth in the empty buildings and marble monuments while the entire country rots was just so unsettling and sad. Probably Cairo. I've now seen the pyramids and the Sphinx and don't really need to see them again, and I can definitely live without experiencing that level of harassment ever again. Amsterdam. Not that it was exceptionally terrible, but I'm not a big city person to start with. Between being too many people and the smell of the weed shops, I'll pass. Probably Acapulco. Loved it as a young person in the late 90s, but the cartel has destroyed it. I hate what they have done to so many parts of Mexico. Antananarivo, Madagascar. Not because I don't want to, but because it is literally on the other side of the world, and that part of my life is gone forever. There are logs of them. Baghdad, Kabul, Fallujah, Kandahar, Ramadi. I'll also probably never go back to Beijing, or Hong Kong, or Panama City, Florida. Chicago, third biggest city. Where's the culture? Where's the attractions? What's even the point? It exists out of spite for soul and imagination. Moscow. Nothing to do with the people or the city, only because as an American I don't think I'd be welcome back anytime soon. San Salvador, El Salvador. Went as part of a US military humanitarian mission shortly after the end of the Civil War in the 90s. Brussels. I might go through it to get somewhere else. I have no desire to spend any time there. Man, what a bleak city. Tunis. Not because it isn't a beautiful city with an amazing history, but due to the tourism and violence, it's a shame. Sadly, most cities I visited, there's not really enough time resources to revisit when there's so much still unseen. Nassau. The small tourist area is nice, but all around that it's like third world, depressing and kind of dangerous. Quito, Ecuador. I got in 6 hours before the rest of my group had already been mugged before I met up with them. Nassau, Bahamas. I've been a few times and every time I go it turns into more of a shithole. Never again. Baghdad. I would love to go back and see it. I just don't think it will be okay for me to go back. Tacna. There was nothing wrong with it. I just have no reason to ever go back there again. Probably Manila. For no other reason that I don't plan to be in that part of the world again. Have only been to Italy and Germany. Airport counts, I swear. Do intend to visit all again. Mumbai. I was there in late October, and it was way too hot and humid for my white ass. Currently in LA, will not be back. Here for a basketball game, and that's it. Brussels. Traveled all over the world. Bad memories there and no good ones. Naples, a giant trash can. Stinks on every corner and is generally dirty. Kabul, Mazar-i-Sharif, and Herat. Afghanistan for obvious reasons. Dhaka. My heart just can't take the scenes of abject poverty.